The best morning routine I've ever heard comes straight from ancient philosophy, Stoicism. What if you could start every day with a sense of peace, purpose, and resilience? Imagine waking up with a mindset that helps you not only handle life's challenges, but also thrive in them. In this video, we're diving deep into some timeless Stoic practices that can transform the way you approach your mornings and set you up for success throughout the day. Whether you're looking to build resilience, live more intentionally, or simply find a deeper sense of purpose, these Stoic principles will show you how. Let's explore how you can embrace life's impermanence, build inner strength through discomfort, and align your actions with your values, all before breakfast. Number 1. Embrace the impermanence of life. A morning meditation. Imagine the sun rising. Soft light filters through your window, casting a warm glow on the walls, and for a brief moment, everything feels just right. You're wrapped in the coziness of your bed, the world outside still calm and quiet. There's something beautiful about this moment, isn't there? It's a fresh start, a new beginning, a chance to set the tone for your day. We all long for these moments, those fleeting seconds of peace before life's demands rush in. But here's the thing, these moments, like everything else in life, are temporary. Everything, your morning, the sunlight, your breath, is in a constant state of flux. Nothing lasts forever, not even this very moment. The great Stoic philosophers knew this well. They didn't see the impermanence of life as something to fear, but as something to embrace. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." Let that sink in for a moment. The universe itself is constantly shifting, evolving, and so are we. This can be a comforting thought, knowing that change is the natural order of things. Yet many of us try to hold on, to grasp tightly to the moments we cherish, or to avoid the ones we fear. But what if, instead of resisting change, we leaned into it? Imagine starting your day not with a frantic rush, but with a quiet reflection on the impermanence of all things. Before the world wakes up and the noise begins, take a moment to sit with yourself. Close your eyes and picture the vastness of the universe, the galaxies spinning in the silence of space. In the grand scheme of things, our time here is just a blip, a brief flicker in the infinite timeline of existence. This is not meant to make you feel small or insignificant. On the contrary, it's meant to make you feel alive, aware that every moment you have is precious. When you understand how short life really is, you begin to see the beauty in it. The simple joy of sipping your morning coffee, the warmth of the sunlight on your skin, the sound of birds outside your window. All of these become gifts, not things to be taken for granted. Do you remember the mornings of your childhood? Maybe it was the smell of breakfast in the kitchen, or the feeling of excitement when a new day lay ahead, filled with endless possibilities. As we grow older, it's easy to lose touch with that sense of wonder, to get caught up in the routine of life. But that childlike excitement for life, it's still there, waiting for you to notice it again. So, as you begin your day, take a deep breath and remind yourself, nothing lasts forever. And that's exactly what makes life so beautiful. With this thought in mind, you can approach your day with a sense of gratitude, ready to fully engage in each moment without fear of what's to come. But here's the question. What would happen if you truly embraced the impermanence of life? How would that change the way you live, the way you love, the way you approach each day? Take a moment to think about it. It's a powerful shift, one that could reshape the way you see the world around you. Number 2, the power of journaling. Clarify your thoughts and reflect. Let's talk about something many of us did when we were younger, but might have left behind as life got busier: journaling. Do you remember the feeling of opening a fresh notebook, pen in hand, ready to pour out your thoughts? Whether it was writing about a crush, recounting a fun weekend, or scribbling down hopes and dreams, there was something magical about putting pen to paper. As adults, We often lose touch with that magic. But the power of journaling isn't something that belongs only to the past. It's a practice that can help us center ourselves, gain clarity, and connect with our inner world in a way that few other things can. For the Stoics, journaling wasn't just a hobby, it was an essential tool for self-reflection and growth. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, kept a journal that became Meditations, a book that has inspired millions. He didn't write for an audience or for recognition. His journal was a place where he could reflect on his day, his actions, his challenges, and his thoughts. In doing so, he was able to better understand himself and align his actions with his values. You don't have to be a philosopher to benefit from journaling. Each morning, before the world demands your attention, take a few moments for yourself. Grab a notebook or your favorite journaling app and start writing. It doesn't have to be perfect, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. Just let your thoughts flow. What's on your mind? What emotions are you feeling as you start the day? What are you grateful for? These are simple questions, but answering them can bring immense clarity and calm to your day. Think back to when you last truly felt a sense of wonder or excitement. Maybe it was a recent vacation, or perhaps it was something as simple as watching the sunset. What if you could capture those feelings in your journal and carry them with you? Journaling gives you the space to not only process your thoughts, but to savor the moments of life that might otherwise slip away unnoticed. When we take the time to write, we're not just recording events, we're making sense of them. Think about the last time you faced a challenge. In the moment, it might have felt overwhelming, but looking back, you can see how you grew from it. Writing about your experiences can help you see them from a new perspective, turning confusion into clarity and pain into growth. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of life, constantly moving from one task to the next without pausing to reflect. But journaling slows you down, offering a quiet moment to check in with yourself. What are your intentions for the day? Where do you want to direct your energy? What do you want to accomplish, not just in terms of tasks, but in terms of who you want to be? Writing is a form of self-care. It's a way to give yourself space to breathe, to release your thoughts, and to connect with who you really are. In a world that's always rushing forward, journaling invites you to pause, to look inward, and to align your actions with your true values. It's a practice that can transform your mornings and, over time, your life. Number 3, set daily intentions, not goals. Focus on values over outcomes. We live in a world that's obsessed with goals. We're taught from a young age to set specific, measurable objectives and to judge our success based on whether we achieve them. But here's a thought. What if, instead of setting goals for your day, you set intentions? What if you focused not on the outcome, but on how you want to show up in the world? There's a big difference between goals and intentions. Goals are often about things you want to accomplish in the future. They can be motivating, but they also depend on factors outside of your control. You can work hard, make all the right moves, and still not achieve your goal because of circumstances beyond your control. Intentions, on the other hand, are about who you want to be and how you want to act in the present moment. They are grounded in values, not results. You have complete control over your intentions because they are about your mindset, your attitude, and your behavior. Think about the last time you set a goal that you didn't reach. Maybe it was a fitness goal, a career milestone, or a personal project. How did you feel when you fell short? For many of us, it's easy to feel disappointed or even frustrated when things don't go as planned. But what if you had focused on the process instead of the outcome? What if, instead of saying, "I want to lose 10 pounds," you had said, "I intend to take care of my body and health every day"? Suddenly, the pressure of reaching a specific number fades away, and the focus shifts to how you're living in each moment. Setting intentions is a practice rooted in Stoicism. The Stoics taught that we should focus on what we can control, our own thoughts, actions, and attitudes, rather than getting caught up in things we can't control, like external outcomes. When you set an intention for the day, you are choosing to focus on what truly matters to you, regardless of how the day unfolds. Maybe your intention is to be more patient, to listen more deeply to those around you, or to act with courage in the face of challenges. Whatever it is, it's not about checking off a box or meeting a deadline. It's about how you want to show up in the world. Take a moment to think back to a time when you felt deeply aligned with your values. Maybe it was a time when you stood up for something you believed in, or when you helped someone in need without expecting anything in return. These moments stay with us because they resonate with who we truly are. When you set daily intentions, you are choosing to live in alignment with your values, making each day a reflection of the person you want to be. Number 4, embrace voluntary discomfort, build resilience and inner strength. Think about how comfortable our modern lives have become. We can control the temperature of our homes with a thermostat, order food with a few clicks, and enjoy entertainment on demand. It's amazing how much convenience and comfort we have at our fingertips. And yet, with all of these luxuries, something vital can get lost: our resilience. Comfort is wonderful, but it can also make us soft, unprepared for the inevitable challenges life throws our way. Imagine waking up on a brisk morning, stepping into a cold shower instead of the usual warm one. It's uncomfortable, yes, but in that moment, you are training your mind and body to adapt, to handle discomfort with grace. The Stoics knew the value of this. They understood that embracing voluntary discomfort was a powerful way to build resilience and inner strength. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself all the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" The point wasn't to suffer for the sake of suffering. It was to practice living without the comforts we often take for granted, so that when life inevitably strips them away, we are not left shattered. Now, I'm not saying you have to go to extremes, but what if, just for a moment, you stepped out of your comfort zone each day? Maybe it's as simple as taking a cold shower to shock your system awake. Or maybe it's skipping that first cup of coffee to remind yourself that your energy comes from within, not from a cup. There's something empowering about choosing discomfort on your own terms. It's a reminder that you can do hard things, that you don't need all the external comforts to survive or even thrive. Do you remember times in your life when you had to endure discomfort? Maybe it was an old job that pushed you to your limits, or a period of uncertainty when things felt beyond your control. As tough as those times were, they shaped you, didn't they? They made you stronger, more resilient. The Stoics believed that by introducing small discomforts into our lives, we prepare ourselves for the inevitable hardships that life will throw at us. We train our minds and bodies to endure and overcome. Imagine facing an unexpected challenge, and instead of panicking, you're calm, collected, and ready. Why? Because you've been preparing for this. You've been building your inner strength little by little by embracing voluntary discomfort. And it's not just about physical discomfort, it's about mental discomfort too. How often do we avoid difficult conversations because they're uncomfortable? Or shy away from confronting our fears because it's easier to stay in our safe bubble? But what if, instead of avoiding discomfort, you leaned into it? What if you saw every challenge as an opportunity to grow, to strengthen your mind, and to deepen your resilience? Think back to a time when you had to do something difficult. Maybe it was delivering bad news to a friend, or stepping outside your comfort zone to try something new. Those moments stick with us, not because they were easy, but because they shaped us. They pushed us to grow beyond what we thought we were capable of. The Stoics weren't just about preparing for hardship, they were about thriving in it. By choosing small, voluntary discomforts each day, you create a buffer between yourself and the unexpected. You learn to find strength in the struggle, to see discomfort not as an enemy, but as a teacher. The cold shower, the skipped meal, the uncomfortable conversation, these become moments of growth, sharpening your resolve and reminding you that you are capable of more than you think. Number 5, start your day with mindfulness and amor fati, love your fate. As the day begins, there's a moment, just a brief one, when everything is still. The sun hasn't fully risen, the world is quiet, and you have a choice. How will you approach this day? Will you let it unfold passively, or will you actively shape it with purpose and intention? For the Stoics, one of the most powerful ways to start the day was with a practice of mindfulness and amor fati, the love of fate. Amor fati is more than just accepting what happens. It's about embracing everything that life throws your way, whether good or bad, with gratitude and love. It's about seeing every moment, every challenge, every joy as a part of your story, a story that you are meant to live fully. When you wake up in the morning, before you reach for your phone, before you start thinking about your to-do list, take a moment to sit in silence. Close your eyes. Feel your breath moving in and out and bring your attention to the present. This is the practice of mindfulness, and it's deeply aligned with Stoic principles. The Stoics believed that our peace of mind doesn't come from external circumstances, but from within, specifically from how we choose to perceive and respond to those circumstances. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, without judgment. It's about letting go of worries about the future or regrets about the past, and instead focusing on the here and now. Think about how often we let the present slip by because we're too busy worrying or planning. How many mornings have you rushed through, your mind already on the day ahead, missing the quiet beauty of the sunrise or the feel of your first sip of coffee? By starting your day with mindfulness, you give yourself the gift of presence. You become an observer of your own thoughts and feelings, rather than being swept away by them. Imagine sitting quietly for a few minutes each morning, simply noticing the sensations in your body, the sounds around you, and the thoughts passing through your mind. There's no need to judge or analyze, just observe, and after a few minutes of mindfulness, you can introduce the practice of amor fati. Instead of merely accepting whatever comes your way, what if you loved it? What if, instead of seeing obstacles and setbacks as annoyances, you saw them as opportunities for growth and learning? This is what amor fati asks of us, to not just tolerate our fate, but to embrace it with open arms, to see every twist and turn in life as part of the beautiful, unpredictable journey we're on. Remember that time when something didn't go according to plan? Maybe it was a job interview that didn't lead to the offer you were hoping for, or a relationship that ended unexpectedly. At the time, it probably felt like a setback, something to be frustrated about. But looking back, can you see how those moments shaped you? How they led to new opportunities or insights that you couldn't have foreseen? That's the power of amor fati. It invites us to trust the path we're on, to see life not as a series of random events, but as a coherent whole, where everything has its place, even the hardships. The Stoics believed that we are part of a larger universal order and that everything happens for a reason, even if we can't see it in the moment. In your morning meditation, take a few moments to reflect on this idea. Think about the day ahead with all its uncertainties and potential challenges, and say to yourself, I will love whatever comes my way today. This doesn't mean pretending that everything will be easy or enjoyable. It means choosing to embrace life fully, with all its ups and downs. It's a powerful mindset shift, one that can bring a deep sense of peace and purpose to your day. And here's a thought. What if you approached every day with amor fati? How would it change the way you handle stress, setbacks, or unexpected events? How would it transform your relationships, your work, and your sense of fulfillment? Amor fati isn't about controlling life. It's about loving life, exactly as it is. It's about recognizing that everything, even the challenges, is part of your unique journey. And when you start your day with this mindset, you open yourself up to a world of possibility and peace, no matter what the day brings. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You're truly part of the 0.01% who finish what they start. These Stoic practices aren't just ideas. They're actionable steps that can help you transform your mornings and ultimately your life. Embracing the impermanence of life, building resilience through discomfort, and setting intentions instead of chasing goals. These are the tools that can guide you to a life of deeper purpose and peace. Drop a in the comments if you're still here, and if you're serious about making real changes in your life, make sure to join our community by subscribing to the channel. This is just the beginning of your Stoic journey, and there's so much more wisdom to explore together. Stay curious, stay strong, and embrace every day with gratitude and purpose.